Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the new Volcanion. I actually want to take a look today at Zacian in the Open Master League, but it's going to be for tomorrow because today we have the Volcanion. I got very unlucky and with the same breath very lucky. My Volcanion is below 1500 CP. This is only one of a few CP variants that are going to be directly under 1500, and so while yes, my Pokemon doesn't have great stats whatsoever, it is actually kind of something I'm very happy about. I was actually thinking of using my bottle cap on this Pokemon before I actually received it, because I was like, it's actually really good right now in the Open Master League. Like, if you, by the way, have a Volcanion built for the Open Master League, I would be more than happy to showcase some gameplay towards it, so link down below in the description. But I'm actually quite happy with what I have here, because what I have is a Pokemon that is super unique for this league and might be even better in the future, as we are going to see here. Volcanion in action. Sadly, in the first battle, we are just getting completely hardwalled. Nothing I could have done here. But yeah, let's move on to the next battle, because funnily enough, this team worked out way better than I expected. I didn't expect anything from Volcanion, but this Pokemon actually was quite fun. It's honestly all down to Sludge Bomb. Like, it's really unique in terms of the coverage that this Pokemon has here in Sludge Bomb and then Overheat. But the typing itself is kind of cool. But Sludge Bomb is really cool because it's a 50 energy move. What this means is that you're going to use 5 Incinerates in order to get 2 of them, which is kind of very good pacing for a Pokemon like the, it's called Volcanion here. So I'm quite happy with it. We have even better pacing here on the Scizor of this team, which is going to be the Typhlosion, which is supposed to get out potential water type Pokemon. Because Pokemon like a Jellicent, for example, we don't have coverage with our own Volcanion there. But yeah, Volcanion being our water and fire type Pokemon, this is the only water and fire type Pokemon in Pokemon, as far as I know, full stop. So it's very, very unique in what it can do and what kind of weaknesses and resistances this Pokemon has. But also, offensively, it's a really cool Pokemon to have as well. Fire is really good offensively, and water is great as well as their coverage. As you see here against the opponent, they already took an Overheat, and that was too much for them. The thing is here that we're going to have, honestly, a really, really well-balanced team. Typhlosion is by far like one of my favorite Pokemon to use so far in the Go Battle League. I think it's like so cool to have a Pokemon that's getting so fast to the charge moves, but having also so much fast move pressure there as well. I think, especially in the current meta, Typhlosion is a really good Pokemon to run, but it also kind of sets up perfectly the Volcanion. Volcanion would have access to its signature move, Steam Eruption, in the main series games, so I would assume that eventually, maybe for a different release, maybe when it's gonna get released globally for free, which usually happens around like half a year after the Go Fest, maybe you're gonna be able to get the signature move of this Pokemon then. Would be kind of cool, because if this Pokemon gonna get like cheaper-ish water type move, and Steam Eruption is basically a better version of Scald, which is 50 energy in the current meta, but it could be then just translated as like a 45 energy Scald or something like this. This Pokemon is going to be even better. But yeah, let's take a look at some gameplay. We're going to have a pretty neutral lead. We have Jumpluff against Jumpluff, but we're going to stop out and we're going to get out the Golurk. I'm actually going to be able to reach the Blast Burn in time, which will allow us to either force the shield or get the KO. We force the shield, all okay. We are going to be able to use, no shield here against the opponent. This is going to be the Shadow Punch, and as we will see, we are going to be able to go ahead and let the next move go through as well. I kind of want to get rid of this Pokemon, but also not really end up with 0 energy on my Jumpluff. And so I will be able to go for the Aerial Ace here. I can swap out of here. We're going to have, again, a very solid matchup for ourselves. And in comes the Zoomerl, and here's where Sludge Bomb is kind of cool. Sludge Bomb is going to be super effective against the opponent here. And this will allow us to get a 2-shot against them. And we can use a shield here. Everything is going to be resisted. So, like, it would be alright, but I kind of am a squishy Pokemon, so I kind of want to go ahead and at least use a shield there. But as you see here, the Sludge Bomb is going to be enough to knock them out. Now it's down against the Jumpluff. Can we still win against the Jumpluff here? I can use a shield. I have a Sludge Bomb stored. The only thing that I need to do now is I need to try to get rid of the final shield here. But as we will see, they can go for the next Aerial Ace. And funnily enough, they perfectly get us into farmland range. We need one more fast move to get to the next move. And they survive perfectly on 1 HP, which loses us the battle here. Like, very lucky for the opponent. I need just 1 more damage onto that Jumpluff. But yeah, let's take a look at the next one. We're going to have a Germnaa in the lead, a little bit of lag there in the beginning, but I don't think it really matters, as I can go for the super effective fast move pressure that we have with the fast move of Fairy Wind, and we still have Aerial Ace in order to get some nice neutral damage in against them. They would have access to the move Rapper, which they're gonna go for, which drops our defense and makes it all a little bit more awkward. But with the damage that we have already done against the opponent, we're actually going to be in a very solid spot where we can swap out into our Typhlosion and do a lot of damage against them eventually. But as you see here as well, we're going to have the Mightyena coming in. Mightyena, actually, I think I faced this Pokemon twice. I'm not too sure if all of it is in there because I did like around 25 battles with this team. I actually do definitely think I went grand total way positive with this team. And the battles that I mainly lost were like literally down to 1 HP. But as you see here, it's going to be a bit more of an annoying one here, as I'm gonna let the move go through. I want to keep the shield for my Volcanion. And as you see, we barely survive. We can swap out of here. They have the Arachronid now against our Volcanion. We can go for the shield here, but do I really want to? I don't. It's going to be just the Bubble Beam. We can take that hit. It's going to be a neutral hit, but their fast move is resisted. We go for the Sludge Bomb here just to see. I'm not sure if like the Overheat would have done enough. I don't think it... Maybe it actually would have done enough already. I do think actually Overheat would have been the play here, so I might screw it up for myself, but Overheat is coming through now. The Mightyena needs one more charge move or fast move even to knock them out, and as we will see, they are not going to get to another move, and with that we will win the battle with our Volcanion. A favorable lead here for us. As I swap out into the Toxapex, you see here already, I was not able to swap out in time. Like, I tried to click the entire time on the Typhlosion, it just didn't let me. And that's kind of annoying because now they have quite a bit of energy advantage, and that energy advantage actually matters quite a bit in this matchup. As we have actually nice charge move pressure with the Thunder Punch, and we're gonna get there usually way faster than the opponent. Turns out, if the opponent gets quite a bit of fast move advantage there, this is not really a great matchup for us anymore. And so, yeah, let's see on how things are going to go here. We're going to be able to, yeah, at least call that the opponent would want to swap out to the Marowak. We can go for our super effective charge move. I actually do like Energy Ball quite a bit on the non-Shadow Jumpluff. I think on the Shadow Jumpluff, the Acrobatics makes more sense, but here, having the super effective Energy Ball helps out quite a bit. We can go for the full Farm Down, but not before they can go for another charge move, but this should just be the Mud Bomb, or, sorry, the Bone Club, which is basically the better version of Mud Bomb on this Pokemon. And as you see here, Toxapex comes back in. We can still go for some charge move damage there, but they still have energy, and so I'm a little bit annoyed on how the situation kind of played out. They go into their Talonflame now, and we were not able to knock out the opponent's Toxapex there. As you're going to see here, the Sludge Bomb is coming through against the opponent's Talonflame. They're forced to go, of course, for one flying move, but maybe even a Fly would be enough. Maybe actually not. Maybe we still survive a Fly. A Brave Bird, we absolutely not survive. But we still had some energy stored here, and that's actually going to come in clutch right now. We are going to be able to just go ahead and not get the KO, because they got so much energy in the beginning, which I wasn't really wanting to give them, but it was just a brine, and with that, we're actually going to be still fine here, winning us this battle with that Aerial Ace, and we can move on to the next opponent. Let's see who is awaiting here. We're going to have a Whimsicott. That is going to be quite favorable for especially our backline, but also our lead would have been fine. We get out the Blasters, and this is exactly on why I like Typhlosion so much. Typhlosion is a perfect bait for Pokemon like these. As we will see, the opponent let the move go, and as you see as well, we can guarantee realign ourselves. Realignment is absolutely fantastic, because then we're going to have a Fire type up against the Grass type from the opponent, and so we're going to go exactly for that. As we will see here, we are going to be able to go for the realignment, as the opponent still has to take some hits here, and it's going to be Dragalge in the back. I can go for the bait. I expect that the opponent is very likely going to shield this move up, and they do, because yeah, Blast Bird is just doing so much damage, even if it is resisted. It is ridiculous on how much damage this move is going to do. But as we will see here, the opponent is going to go for an Outrage against us. We're going to be able to still go for the Aerial Ace spam against them as well, which is our best bet, as we have, of course, Incinerate pressure in the back. So as long as we're going to get them low, which we are kind of able to do here, we are in a very solid spot. They have to go for the Outrage in order to knock us out. They go for the Aqua Tail. That's absolutely not enough. And with that, we are going to be able to go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace. We can go into our Volcanion, and we can hopefully go for nearly the full Farm Down. Let's see on how this is going to go for us. We're going to have here the next move coming through. It should hopefully just be the Aqua Tail. Let's see on how this is going to work out for us. We're going to have here the Whimsicott coming back. This is a double super effective hit from the Volcanion here. Going to one-shot them, of course, and even the Dragalge is gonna go down here right now, so good game to the opponent. So next up, we're going to have Scizor. Scizor is going to be an interesting matchup as well because our backline is really good against it. And in comes Ferret, and I'm fairly certain that against Ferret, you have nearly a guaranteed chance to realign with Typhlosion, unless the Ferret plays it a little bit more spicy by going for a Trailblaze. Trailblaze would allow them to realign themselves as far as I know, because they're gonna do more fast move pressure against us. They didn't, they go for Swift, which allows them to force more shields from us, which is totally fine. But at this point, we have 2 moves stored against them. So no matter what they want to do, that is not going to work for them, as we will see here the Ferret going up against the Drapion. We're gonna be able to go for another charge move here. It is going to be a Thunder Punch coming through, and we're gonna get some nice damage onto them as we have the Jumpluff coming back in. We're gonna be in an alright position here as we have the Aerial Ace coming through. This is going to be cool here. We're going to use we're gonna go for the no shield here. This is going to be the Crunch coming in, and we're gonna try to go for another one. We should be able to still survive the hit here, but let's see on how this is going to go. We're gonna be able to get the KO here, I think. Let's see on if this works out. We're gonna be able to get the KO, and let's move on. It's going to be the Scizor, and look at this damage. Look at this. We 2-shot with a fast move, a Pokemon in the open. Great League here. It is ridiculous. Fair enough, I think Scizor is like from all the Pokemon kind of the one that is easiest one-shot by a fast move. If you have like an Incinerate user with Flame Charge, I think you can just boost yourself up. That literally one fast move is all it takes to knock out the Scizor, which is kind of mad. But anyway, let's take a look here at the Machamp. Goodbye Machamp. There is a reason why it's a blast from the past, because nobody is really running this Pokemon anymore. It's just not really that great after the counter nerf especially. But yeah, we have now Drifblim, and we have also some Incinerate action coming through here from our Volcanion. Volcanion really enjoys getting some energy up here. But also we are going to be at -2 attack now. I had to shield because if it's Shadow Ball, like we're going to be saying goodbye to the opponent. Tropius is coming in here. We're going to be able to get to another overheat, and we can go for another fast move and then swap out to catch the move here. And this is basically a good game already. The opponent has no chance there. And again, like Volcanion did some nice job there, did a lot of damage, and we can move on to the second to last battle for today. I did get so many Morgans as well with this team. Here I just go for one fast move, then swap out, because now I can go for the Thunder Punch straight away and basically deny all the energy advantage that the opponent basically had from before. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. So that's going to be a very positive matchup for us now with the Typhlosion. And even if they want to swap out here, then they have to take basically the Blast Burn. I'm going to overform by a little bit. Because I waited one turn because I expected them to swap out, and I wanted to wait if I need to go for a charge move or not. Like this, I can still go for a shield here. I can still go for another fast move even afterwards, and I still can just go for the Blast Burn and showcase on how much damage this Pokemon still does, even if it's a debuffed move. Goodbye, Credilli. Let's see what's coming in. It's going to be Drapion. I can still keep the Thunder move there, what's called the Thunder Punch, in order to deal with the Talonflame for later on. I just have to take some hits here. Crunch coming through. They're still going to swap out here into the Talonflame. I hope I can knock them. Please let me knock them. It is not enough to knock them out. And they're actually going to farm us down time. They have 1 HP left. Yeah, that is actually the safest play that I can do here. Is just go for the Thunder Punch and win the CMP tie. That is the best play that I can do here for sure, as far as I can see. And as we will see here as well, we can just incinerate them down and win the battle. And we can move on to the final one for today. Again, I had a blast with this team. Like, this team was absolutely fantastic for me. I enjoyed Volcanion a lot. Of course, if you don't have Volcanion, there are a ton of other Pokemon that are most likely going to do even a better job. Like, I don't know, a Scizor or something like this. Like, Volcanion is needed, but having fun and success with a Pokemon that is A, new, and B, is something that nobody really otherwise would want to run, is just cool. I just like it. So yeah, I'm quite happy on how things have been for this team. I had a lot of fun with this team. I had a lot of fun, especially with Typhlosion though as well. Typhlosion is absolutely amazing in the current meta. Having so much pressure against so many Pokemon is wild. Here I let the move go. I'm not too sure if this is going to work out well for us or not, but let's see on how it's gonna go for us. We're gonna see here the Aerial Ace coming through from our own Jumpluff. We're gonna get the shield, but we need to kind of get them a little bit lower still as well. I'm kind of forced to use the shield here. I am not going to be able to reach another charge move here as well, but they're going to swap onto the Scizor, and that's going to be a bit problematic for us. That is going to be a bit tough. We're going to use our Volcanion. I can get 2,000 moves off, but they can, of course, go for the Night Slash here. I will need to let the move go, though. That's going to be our best bet, because I do think that Dragon-type move here is going to do a little bit more. I'm going to go for the charge move just in case I would still get to another charge move here as well, but I'm not too sure if this is going to work out for me. I get the fast move pressure in, but I'm not too sure if I'm still going to be able to reach the area days. Do they have 2 charge moves here? They could well have 2 breaking swipes, but they don't. And with that, we are going to be able to win the battle, and this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you had a great GoFest. I had a lovely time there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed GoFest. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you then.